The guy I bought this house from only has about 12 more days to get all his tons of shit out of the house. In a total of 45 days, so 15 days beyond the 30 to get all his tons of shit from around the outside of the property. And this guy that he's got helping him or working for him showed up yesterday, left the Bobcat, and just left. It was a beautiful day all day yesterday. It could have been done.
Yeah.
And now this guy is just taking everything he cut to thin out those trees, which there was no reason for it. They're on my property. Now he's just shoving all this shit into a big, massive fucking pile. Instead of trying to load that stuff in his truck or getting a trailer and hauling it out, he's just hauling it. He's just shoving it all up in it.
And then what's he expect to do with it?
And the sad thing is, I don't even think a 48-foot container is going to contain the massive multitude of shit all the way around this house, up the driveway, stuff still in the house. I mean, we're towards the last several days before his 30 days per contract, as he said to me when I asked him to please remove his stuff. It's in the contract. I have 30 days. Alright, well, that's not including weekends. It's got nothing to do with bad weather. Your guys should have been out there clearing the spot long ago for your container. And then he says, I'm going to hire 8 Mexican guys. We're going to get all that stuff moved out of the house in no time at all. Well, no shit, Sherlock, because guess what? I went around and emptied the whole kitchen out for you. So the only thing you have is 1 bedroom and half our fucking living room to remove your stuff. It's not going to take 8 Mexicans to do that. It may, however, take 20 or 30 to clean all the shit from outside of this house. Which, by the way, I can't get it insured until you do. Dummy. In this, you know, you've had 5 years. And you've had at least since the day you put this house up for sale. And most definitely have had since December when I paid you a pretty large down payment. You should have had this shit done. Now all I hear are excuses. I've lost my job because of this. Because of what? You haven't done shit. You literally have done nothing. 0. You bring like 8 totes and leave them here. You lost your job. You have no money. What'd you do with all the money I put down on the house? You leave us a stove. You say, oh, the stove is working. It was so fucking gross. It took me 2 hours and 3 different chemicals to make it even somewhat clean. Oh, I'm leaving you a stove. Oven doesn't work because there were fucking mice underneath of it. And they ripped all the insulation out to make a nest, which they had right there. And then you have the stove plugged into what looks like some type of inverter thing on the fucking floor. No plug-in in the wall. No, see, look, I'm not hiding it. No plug-in on the wall. Nowhere. Nope. You had it plugged into the floor. Hello. This whole thing was rotted out, so my son ripped it all out. I told him I just want to keep the brick walls because I think it's really cool. This is just primer and sealer. I think we might go with kind of a gray, I'm not sure yet. Cleaned up this fucking stove. still trying to clean these. That's about as good as we're going to get. You wouldn't have wanted to see them before we started. I scrubbed the front of this with all kinds of chemicals. It's the best I could do because it's just never been taken care of. You don't even want to see the inside. I took all this shit out of there. I took all his shit out of here. I threw away the shells because they were just... This whole thing's coming out. It's just gross. Basically, when it's all said and done, the whole inside of the house, all those cabinets are being ripped out, new ones put in. This island is probably going to be ripped out. Well, it'll definitely be ripped out. That's all going to be ripped out. New door will be put in. New flooring. The house will look nice. It's just, he lied to me about several things. You know what? Okay, he didn't lie, per se. I'm leaving you a stove and a refrigerator and a table. Out of those three things, the only thing that's halfway decent, but still has some damage to it, was a table. The stove, 3 burners, 2 big, 1 small, work. 1 burner's, it doesn't work. The oven's unusable. The refrigerator, there were 2 large refrigerators. Neither one worked. We moved them the hell out of the house. They're stacked up out there on the porch, on the concrete. The little tiny fridge that he said, oh, you can use this. It was like a little, you know those little tiny fridges that maybe they have at motels? It lasted us maybe a week, and then it took a shit. Thank God my son could get to their refrigerator. And it was hard as hell because we got many steps coming up to the porch. But the 3 of us pushed and pulled, and we got it up here. And somehow managed to get it in the little tiny skinny doors. But yeah, we lost about $50 worth of food, which, hey, it doesn't seem like much, but it is. I'm pretty much tapped out buying this house. He never disclosed all the mold and the severity of the frickin' mice, which basically just took over this whole place because nobody was really here. He didn't take care of his father's house. And with all the shit piled up inside now, it was just like a huge playground for him. So we're going to have to drill holes in walls, and we're going to have to set off bombs and leave for a few days. Once he gets all his shit. I mean, this doesn't even, this is how it is all the way around the house and down on the driveway. Plus those are his down there, the 2 trailers. Once we get all his shit gone, then we can really start feeling better about this place. Cleaning it up, getting rid of the mice. Fucking mice are gonna bring snakes. Once we get his shit gone, then I can work on the insurance lady said to work on the railing on the porch. So I'll get that taken care of. I can get my house insured. This is pretty much just a rant video and just a blah 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 what's going on. I'm sorry if I sound down. I'm really fed up with the stories he keeps telling me. And trying to feed me, oh, woe is me, you know, I have no money, I lost my job. You went to Mexico for a freaking week. When, right after I signed the papers. I'm sure that wasn't cheap and could have waited. That's a week you could have been clearing your shit out of here. I mean, look how they did shit. They drilled holes in the fucking walls to put wiring. Nothing was sealed. You see the gaps? And what the fuck is that piece of wood? Sorry. And then here they could have continued on with brick, but they didn't. It's just plaster or some bullshit. I don't know. Like I said though, once the house is done, it'll be nice. And I'll show everybody the progress. If you follow my, subscribe and follow me, you'll see. Have a wonderful day. I gotta go do schoolwork. And I'm gonna do some painting here. Some more sealer. My son did most of that. And his girl did the first coat with the roller. Alrighty. Mama Fossil. A little bit grumpy. But happy you're here. I'm out.